Good morning. How are you doing today? Good to see you here. J.R. Fisher, and we're going to have a cool session today. It's going to save you a lot of work. It's going to help you be more profitable. I'm going to go through some softwares that you just got to have. So I think you're going to like today's session. I'll give you the name of each software. And what I'll also do is I'll tell you why you probably need it and what it does. And I tell you, some of these softwares, guys, they've gotten so inexpensive and they do so much for you that really you can't afford not to have some of these. You really can't, because if you don't, you can't compete. Now, you may have some similar softwares to them, and that's okay. But you got to have softwares that are going to do the things I'm going to talk about today. It's really going to make you some money. It's really going to make your life easier. Hey, don't forget to say hello, right? In that chat box there, say hi, introduce yourself, tell me what your weather is. It's kind of nasty and rainy here today in Georgetown. We got a lot of rain, and I think it's going to be getting down to teens. But look, have you looked at the weather? Man, the U.S. is going to be inundated with storms. My son's supposed to come from Ohio on Friday, and man, I'm really worried about it because it looks like a lot of snow and wind and rain and all that stuff's going to be hitting up there, and 50-mile-an-hour winds, craziness. So I hope he can still come, but whatever, as long as he's safe, but would love to see him. Hey, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there, turn it from red to gray, and don't forget to ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified every time I go live or if I upload a video, which this could be one of the last ones for this year. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing any more this year. I mean, we're pretty deep into the year, and if my son comes this weekend, I'm going to be busy with him. So make sure you stick to the very end. I think you're going to really enjoy today's session. I can promise you, you're going to get some good information about it. And as marketers, and we work online. If you're listening to this, you probably work online. There's so many things we have to do. And it's really, I don't know about you, but it's like every day I wake up, I'm like, gosh, what things can I get done today? Because I can't do everything I want to do. You never run out of things to do. I mean, that never happens. Probably as far as tools out there, there's probably tens or even hundreds of thousands of options to choose from. But what I've done is I've narrowed it down to some of the best ones at the best price. And I think you'll like them. This isn't, well, yeah, I was going to say it isn't free stuff, but some of these are free. But you almost always have to bump up to the paid version. That's just the way it is. And if you have any comments on any of these softwares I'm talking about, put it in that chat section there. Even if you're not watching me live, you can put it in the comment section. I'll come back and I'll see your comments and I'll get in there. First one I'm going to talk about is Canva. Canva is pretty darn amazing. Steve Jobs had a saying, and it went something like this. It was like, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Now, I've got Apple stuff all over. Here's an Apple mouse right here. Very simple. I've got an Apple iPhone right here. Okay, very simple. I've got an iPad right here. I'm broadcasting on a MacBook Pro. So everything I have around me is Apple. That's pretty cool. I don't like their headsets. I do have a Raycon headset. But the simplicity is pretty cool. And the thing with simplicity is that it streamlines your life. And that's what Canva does. Now, I've had Adobe Photoshop. I've used Canva. I'm trying to think. Final Cut Pro I've used. But Canva is really, really good. I also use Camtasia. But Canva is really good at certain things. I mean, if you can't even draw a stick figure, Canva is going to help you out because they have a repository of designs that allow you to choose and edit a design without specific skills to create a really stunning pixel perfect design. Additionally, Canva can provide graphic animation, infographics, videos. I mean, all kinds of stuff it can do. Canva offers a free plan, but really you're going to want to upgrade to the paid plan. It's well worth it and it's inexpensive. So I'm going to put these in the chat box as I talk about them because I want you guys to know it. And if I'm saying Canva and you don't know how to spell it or something, that'll be a problem. Let me put this in the chat box real quick and I'll stick it on in there and paste it and away we go. So the Canva is my first pick. And it's really good for graphics and stuff, guys. You'll really, really like it. If you haven't tried it, try it out. If you have tried it, put it in the comment box. What did you think of it? Next one I want to talk about is called HubSpot. And let me put that in the chat box real quick. Then I'll tell you all about HubSpot. Man, What a cool day, right? There's so many bad things going on in the world, and we're sitting here getting to talk to each other. I like that. You wake up every day and you read so many difficult things about shootings and wars and all. It's just nice to be able to talk to you one-on-one and explain some of this stuff to you, and just kind of sit back and be thankful. Sit back and be thankful. HubSpot. Let's talk about HubSpot real quick. HubSpot really provides a powerhouse of tools to help marketers, but the HubSpot CRM is particularly popular due to its powerful features. The CRM on HubSpot provides email tracking, notifications, prospect tracking, meeting scheduling, and live chat option. It's a whole lot more than what it used to be. It used to be a pretty simple software. Now it offers a whole lot more. It also has an ease of use that makes the platform stand out really from a lot of the competitors. The best part, I think, about HubSpot now is the CRM tool is the price point, which is free. Free is pretty good. And you can go to HubSpot. You can see all the different plans they've got there. But ultimately, the drawback of the free plan is that it only allows 2 users to access the CRM. So if you're a single operator, it's fine. I mean, you can go ahead and use it. But, once you start growing a little bit, you have more and more people getting in there, then you're going to have to do a paid plan. The paid plan really has unlimited users, and you can add up to 1 million contacts. Guys, that's an incredible deal, and it's very inexpensive too. All right, the next one here, let me copy it and get it into the chat box real quick. And guys, put your comments in there. Put your questions in there. We can take this in any direction you want. And I want you to interact. I really do. So please put that in there. We got a bunch of people watching. So, hey, participate, man. You got to participate. That's the exciting thing about life. Participation. You don't want to just hang out to the bitter end, right? Okay, so VWO, okay? It's called Visual Web Optimizer. The conversion rate optimization, which is CRO, I hate to use all these acronyms, but I got to, can be somewhat esoteric, okay? But it doesn't have to be if you're using Visual Web Optimizer. Why? Well, because it measures clicks on a site, page scrolling from users, time spent on the site, and exit intent. So you're going to know all this. The power of VWO is the ability to test different angles for your site to increase your conversion rates. Testing button colors, headlines, landing pages, layouts, and several other variables is really pretty straightforward in VWO. You can run, full conversion scans of your site if you want, which is pretty cool. So you don't have to be technically inclined. I know a lot of people are listening to this and probably saying, "Oh my God, I can't do all that." You won't have to be. It's really, you have no coding skills. You can set it up and just like easily as any developer, and you don't have to really do much. The next one I want to talk about is SEMrush. Let me copy this over. Oh, wait, what did that do? It's trying to get me to correct my spelling. I don't want to do that because this is the correct spelling. So let me just type this in. Give me 1 second here. There it is. All right, so I'm going to ignore that part and then I can copy it. I'm using Word, and what it does is if a word's wrong, it wants to highlight it, and you got to, tell them, is this right or wrong, before they'll let you even copy it because they think you're missing something. Let me stick this in here real quick. SEMrush. See, we got a comment popped in there. Let me get that up on the screen. There we go. Canva, even at the free level, is a great tool. You know what, Thomas? You're incredibly right. I mean, I don't know how they do some of the stuff they do for free. I guess there's enough paid people to where it makes sense. If you start generating stuff at more than an occasional level, you need the paid levels. Yeah, but the paid levels aren't bad. I think isn't it like $12, $15? You can correct me on that. I can't remember because I have so many different paid subscriptions, but it's not much money. It's not much money at all. So yeah, that's a good suggestion, and it's a good point you're making. It really is. All right, let me get over here to SEMrush and kind of tell you a little bit about this. When you need to drive traffic to your site, you need really a competitive intelligence to do that. SEMrush provides 50 plus tools to help you compete against your competitors. It's widely regarded as an SEO tool, but that may be selling it a bit short, as software offers several other digital marketing features. For instance, SEMrush offers features for social media competitive analysis, CRO and PPC spying on your competitors, okay, and your PR monitoring. If you're looking for a suite of tools to compete against the onslaught of competitors looking to drive you out of business, which is what they're trying to do, SEMrush provides a really good line of defense. Okay, it really does. It protects your stuff and it lets you know a lot of the stuff that they've got going on. And you can copy it that way. You know, you can do some of the same stuff they're doing. I don't mean copy, but I'll say emulate. We never want to copy anybody, right? That's wrong. Okay, so let me get this next one. Next one I'm going to talk about is Slack. Let me stick Slack up here real quick. I'll put that up there. And the next one is Slack. All right. Should I put these on the screen like that, guys, so you can see it? Is that better for you? I'll stick it up on the screen this time. Let me know in the chat section if you want me to put them up on the screen as I'm talking about them. So that's Slack right there. And once upon a time, really, carrier pigeons, right? We use those, and we use smoke signals, and we use letters, and those were the norm for communication. But nowadays, millions of people use Slack as a primary way of communicating. What it is it's a next evolution of communication. Messages are instantaneous, and you can share several file formats through this exact platform right here. And this is our number 5. I think we're at number 5. We got 14 of these. And you'll be surprised at the end. I can tell you that right now. Slack is the next evolution of everything. It really is. Additionally, Slack really connects you to video conference calls. It allows you to create channels for a select group of contacts, for group chatting, to increase productivity. So the bigger your team is, the more use you're going to get out of Slack. Now, if you're a sole proprietorship, you don't need it. Okay, it's not needed. But for those of you who have people you're working with, or vendors you're working with, or freelancers, man, it's really good. It also integrates well with other tools and productivity suites, so it's pretty good. Now, the next one I've used a lot. And it's Asana. Let me copy that a little bit. Very similar to Slack. Let me copy it. But you can put different tasks in there. And let me stick this up on the screen so you can see it. Let's see here. What's Paul got to say? What are your favorite platforms to go live on? Go live. Well, the one I'm on right now. And this is not on the list. So now we're going to add it to the list, Paul. This is StreamYard that I'm on right now. And the reason I like StreamYard is I can schedule something on Facebook and YouTube and whatever it is, all at the same time. And while I'm broadcasting, it goes out to all those different channels. I can broadcast it to different pages on Facebook. Now, I think you can only do one page on Facebook, though. So like if you had like 3 pages and you couldn't do that. But I like that you can send it out to multiple platforms. I think that's really important. And I want to interject something here too, Paul. I saw something this weekend which really disturbed me. And it was that Elon Musk was going to disallow you putting links to other platforms on the site. And I was like, what? That's just total craziness, because that's pretty much what I use Twitter for. I put, my links to my YouTube videos and all that on there. And by this morning, he had already reversed that decision. So yeah, that was a dumb thing for him to do. And just because he's one of the richest guys in the world doesn't mean he's the smartest guy in the world. He makes mistakes just like the rest of us. Okay. So don't think he never makes mistakes, because he certainly does. But all right, so let me get on to the next one. That was a great question too, Paul. And I think that's the only one I really use to go live on right now is StreamYard. Really, really good one. Possibly, yeah, let me put this in here. Give me 1 second and I'll stick this in here. StreamYard.com. Ooh, I don't know if I can put the .com. I don't know if it'll allow me to do that. I think it did. I think it did allow it. Let's see here. Yeah. All right, let me pull up your other comment here, buddy. Does StreamYard have good training video on their site? Yeah, but I mean, it's like so easy. It really is. All you do is pick the social medias that you want to connect to. You click on it, then you click allow, and it's there. I mean, it's really that easy. As far as creating a live like I did today, I just go in there and I go click create live. If you want a thumbnail, you can upload a thumbnail. You put a little description as to what it is. Now, if you're Facebook, you have to put a description. You don't want to put it in, YouTube, you want to actually go over to YouTube and put it, because if you put it in StreamYard, it erases any of your automatic uploads, like any of your links and stuff like that. So you don't want to do that. And then you just set the time that you want to go live. And then I come in here and I log in and I click on that and I click enter room. I mean, it's really, really easy. I mean, and I don't like real complicated stuff. I'm not real good at complicated stuff, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's very, very nice. I like it very much. And it's very easy to learn. I mean, like in 5 minutes, you're going to know how to do it. You really don't need to do any studying whatsoever. So yeah, my next one is Asana. And I don't think I put that in the chat yet. Let me do that real quick. Asana, and it's just .com. So you'll know Asana. Okay. So let's talk about Asana for a second, because I've used it for a number of years. It's really the path of least resistance. But it's really not always a linear path, right? So what Asana does is they realize that when they built this really neat project management software, Asana provides project managers, product managers, executives, visibility and accountability of the team members. So you can assign something to a team member and you can see what they're doing and when they're doing it, and they can keep you updated without you having to get on a call or text them or any of that stuff. Excuse me a second. You can break tasks down into subtasks and assign them to team members. You can also set up milestones that you want them to achieve. And the entire organization can view the progression of projects through tagging task. There we go. Through an API integration, Asana also integrates with CRM systems and several other third-party apps. It's a little bit more complicated. I'm not going to say it isn't, but once you learn it, it's pretty simple. Furthermore, you can start to use Asana for free. So they do have a free version. The next one I want to tell you about is ConvertKit. Let me get this here and I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see it. Paste, stick in there. Let's see here. Let me go over to, what is your take on TikTok? Seems to be a lot of controversy. Yeah, I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. I don't use it. I don't go on it. It's owned by the Chinese. There's a lot of tracking about who you are, what you're doing on there. I know some people love it and they love making little videos. I'm not 14 years old, so it's not for me. And I'm not saying everybody on there is 14, but I am saying it really targets a younger crowd of people. It's not even my audience, really. That's not my age group. I don't know enough. I'll be honest about it. I don't know enough because I don't care enough. I don't care enough about TikTok. I've heard way too many bad things to even want to get involved at this point. It's wiped out my interest to even learn it. So that's my opinion of TikTok. If you like it, more power to you. I know the US government has now disallowed it on any government computers or devices, period. So that's got to tell you something. I mean, you've got it. They haven't disallowed Facebook or YouTube, but they disallowed TikTok. So this has got to tell you something. And personally, I would stay away from it. And let me put ConvertKit on the screen there. This is one we're going to talk about right now, ConvertKit. Now, let me tell you about ConvertKit. What it does is it gives you an advanced multi-step email journey called sequences to increase your email open rates. So in addition, it does an audience segmentation rules that are within the platform, and they offer this really complex, yes, I'm going to use the word, automation for your email sequences, which take minutes, not hours, to build with ConvertKit. However, I'm going to tell you about a software at the end of this that'll do a lot of this for you too, and you don't need ConvertKit. It also links it also puts links inserted in your email sequence, and they're tracked and reported within a user-friendly dashboard. ConvertKit will enable you to copy and paste code within your articles to create really nice looking email opt-in forms. You can easily integrate and keep in mind that opt-in form thing I just mentioned, because I want to talk about that in a minute. But it can also integrate with any CRM platform of your choice. Remember CRM, okay? So if you're looking for a cost-effective, user-friendly email marketing software, it's pretty good. It's not the best. Near the end, I'm going to talk about one of the best ones, I think. All right, so let me get to this next one up. And keep those questions coming, guys. Love those in there. Love that you guys participate. Very helpful. Several of you are already doing it. I do appreciate that. And remember, if you're not watching this live, that's cool too. You can just put it in the box at the bottom, the box, the comment area in the bottom. I'm trying to do like 3 things here. My mind isn't going well. So the next one is Unbounce. Unbounce. What is Unbounce? Unbounce is a pretty cool software. I think you're going to like it. And what it does is it helps you with your landing pages. And those landing pages really can make or break your transactions and drive up profits for your organization, or it can cost you money. For instance, let's say you're running a PPC campaign on Google Ads and you assign a landing page quality score that could either help or hurt your efforts to drive sales. Okay, so you can set up this score. Unbounce provides a cost-effective way to build responsive landing pages optimized for mobile and desktop traffic that happen to be aesthetically pleasing and functional. Now think about this, landing pages. I want you to remember landing pages too. Remember that, please remember that. No coding is necessary to create your landing pages. Well, it shouldn't be nowadays, right? It's got a drag and drop feature. It's going to give you everything you need to build these pages. You also have the option, if you want, of adding custom HTML or JavaScript. So you can do that if you're really technically, advanced. Unbounce offers 120 integrations with third-party applications. Their AI technology called Smart Traffic can dramatically shift your traffic to the highest converting landing page. So that's like a split test. Remember, I said split test, and landing page variant, drastically increasing your conversion rate if you want to do that. All right, the next one is going to be BuzzSumo. Let me pull up BuzzSumo because you definitely want the spelling of that. You don't want to try to guess on that one. Am I doing okay on time? What time is it? 10:21. Yes, I will try to hurry just a little bit, but I want to get all these in. So if we go over, a little bit, hey, sorry about that. Stay as long as you can. You're going to want to stay to the end, really. All right, so this is BuzzSumo we're talking about right now, and these are all pretty much .com. If you or just put it into search, you're going to find it. BuzzSumo helps you with social media. It's a social media tool, and it's really taken the marketing world by storm since its inception. The 2 guys that started it were James Blackwell and Henley Wing. And when you need a tool to go to the heart of social media analytics, you don't want to look any further than BuzzSumo. It's pretty good. Okay, I'm not real heavy into the social media stuff, but if you are, this is going to be very helpful to you. It helps you identify social media influencers, build trending journalist profiles, and view the most shared content. And those are just a few of the features that BuzzSumo offers. It's going to give you a competitive advantage over your competitors. I don't do a ton of social media, but I tell you what, if you do, you're going to want this tool. It's really good. The next one is going to be Sprout Social. Let me stick that up on the screen here real quick. There we go. And keep those questions coming, guys. Don't be afraid to ask a couple things, especially if you haven't used some of these, or you have. Maybe you've got some input about some of these. I want to hear what your input is. But we're going to talk about Sprout Social here real quick. And you can bet what it's about, right? Because it kind of gives it away in its name. But if you ever need to be in a whole lot of different places at one time, Sprout Social is really good. I use Hootsuite, which I didn't put on the list today because I don't have so many things on the list. But basically, it gives you the ability to post multiple social media platforms by automating your social media stories. The best feature about Sprout Social is the analytics dashboard to gauge activity across all your social media channels once you have automated your post. Sprout Social is a no-brainer to add to your tech stack. If you have multiple social media accounts and that's your thing and you're posting all over the place, get you some Sprout Social. I think you'll like it. I really do. Okay, ignore all. Let me get the next one. And the next one is going to be Deep Crawl. Deep Crawl. Yeah, let me stick that over here real quick. I've got, in case you wonder why I'm looking over here, I've got my iPad right here. Let me see here. So I can see your comment. There it is. So I can see your comments over here too. So I'm kind of here and got my mouse going and all that good stuff. All right, so let me put this one in here. Deep Crawl. And I see another comment there. Let me grab you, Paul, and stick you up there. He always has good stuff. What platforms do you feel are best for selling physical products and best for content like a podcast? Personally, I'm liking this YouTube as a channel? Yeah, let me think about this for a second. You asked some good questions. Physical products is really dependent upon how many products you got and how in depth you want to go. So I would say Shopify is going to be number one for physical products. With that having been said, Survivalcave Food, my company, is not on Shopify. The reason it's not on Shopify is Shopify can't do what we need to have done. On Magento, which is where I have my product site, Magento is a whole lot more in depth and more complicated. I can barely work on Magento. I have certified Magento developer that works for us and does all the stuff on there. But the reason Magento is different is because I may have several different pricing labels based on your login. So a customer coming to the site is going to see all the retail prices and they can buy whatever they want. If one of my retailers wants to put in orders for people who bought from them, they have a different login and they're going to see different pricing. I have different retailers and they may have set up different pricing. So I can do all that in there. So a retailer can log in, find a product, pay wholesale for it, put in the customer's information, and then we ship it out. Whereas a retail customer, when they log in, they don't see the wholesale pricing. So that's why I use Magento. But I would say hands down, Shopify is crushing it now. They have great templates. They have beautiful templates. They have great customer support. By far, I think I would say Shopify. If you're not complicated like us, I would use Shopify. I really would. Deep Crawl, great question too. And did I answer all of that? Let me see here. Oh yeah, you also said personally, I'm liking this YouTube as a channel. I love YouTube. I really do. And I don't know why every human being on the face of the earth doesn't have a YouTube channel. Absolutely free. Doesn't cost you anything. You can connect with your audience. You can build your brand. You can make money off it. There's no reason not to have a YouTube channel. I mean, I think a lot of people have fear of being on a camera or something. Just be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. You're going to be fine. Deep Crawl is the next one we're talking about, and it enables you to gather impactful metrics and really fast. In addition, unlike several other, technical SEO web crawlers, a clean user interface makes navigating the platform really straightforward. Deep Crawl makes automated SEO crawls and automated code audits seamless. The platform offers a strategic partner to help you unlock all the powerful features on the plan. And I don't want to get into a whole lot of depth here because we're getting close to that half hour, and I've still got several things I want to tell you about. I'm so excited today. There's so many things I want to tell you about. All right, the next one is going to be Demio. Let me get Demio. There's no way you're going to know how to spell that if I don't put it up there. So let me copy it and put it on the screen so you guys can see it. Paste. Yes. And I'll show it on screen. That's Demio. Demio is really, really cool, guys. I think you're going to like it. Let me tell you what it does and see if it fits into what you're doing. Let me pull up my sheet here. It's not letting me. There we go. Okay. So Demio. Well, let me ask you a question. Did you know that 70% of webinars are for increasing sales engagement? Did you know that? Okay. If you're not leveraging webinars, you are seriously leaving money on the table for your organization. Demio is a powerful tool that hosts live events and conducts product overviews, excuse me. Now I'm doing a live one here on StreamYard right now. I can do a live webinar on StreamYard. I can do that, but I've got to send it to some channel. Okay. So I've got to send it to YouTube or Facebook or something like that. Demio also does evergreen webinars that can increase your participation rate. So, you could do it live, record it, and then send it out to people who missed it, and then they can actually see it too. So it's a really good one. I don't use Demio because I have several different softwares that do the same thing, but it's a really good one if you're looking for a software that does something like that. Let's see here. Let me get to here, and I'm going to put Loom in there real quick. Loom. There you go. Got Loom in there. Loom is really cool. If you don't know about Loom, let me tell you about Loom. Very, very interesting, very cool software. As a marketer in the 21st century, I know you're aware of the power of video, but personalization is critical now more than ever. Personalization with videos is accomplished with Loom. Now, there's another software I'm going to be talking about on this channel. They have paid me, and I will tell you, they've paid me like $5,000 to do about a 10-minute video on their software, but it does these personalized AI videos, which is really cool. And I'll get back to Loom in 1 second. But what this one does is when somebody buys a product, you can personalize, send a video to somebody based on their name. It actually extracts their name, and you're in the video saying their name, even though you haven't recorded it. It's bizarre. But I'm going to be doing a video for them. They hired me. I'll be honest with you, they hired me, and I'm going to be an affiliate for that company. But anyhow, Loom, you can present a video recording or live video while displaying your face in a small circular box that is non-intrusive and sleek. Okay. Loom is excellent for teaching students, providing general overviews and software product walkthroughs. And fun fact, the SEJ team also uses Loom International. So that's pretty cool. All right, next one. All right, this is the big one. Drum roll. This is the big one. This is Kartra. Now, Kartra, remember I kept mentioning all these things that some of these other softwares did? Remember that? Kartra does almost all of those things without the SEO stuff. It's not really good for SEO, but Kartra is amazing. Now, I've used Kartra since, gosh, I want to say 16 or 17, maybe 18. I was in the beta group when it first came out, when Frank Kern was talking about it, and I had gone to one of his meetings in La Jolla, California. But Kartra is amazing. Let me talk about Kartra for a second, guys. And I'm going to have a link to Kartra in the description below this video. Yeah, description below this video, and you can click on it, and you can actually watch a video of Kartra, and you can see what it does. And I think you'd be pretty amazed. It doesn't cost you anything to watch the video. You don't have to give up your email. You don't have to give up your name, nothing. Okay. But let me just cover just a few of the things that Kartra does. First off, it gives you a chat box. So you can install a chat box on any of your pages that you do. Okay. So that chat box, you can, I mean, a live one if you want. It'll also do sales funnels. You can build your sales funnels in Kartra. It also does video hosting, and it's the only one I know that does video hosting. I think in Magento, it has an extension now where you can do some video hosting. But the reason I like it in Kartra is because when I'm hosting a video, I can see when people come into a video, when they leave the video, when the traffic, and you can't do that on any of these other platforms. You're going to have to use a Wistia link. You're going to have to use a YouTube link, something like that. But Kartra does all this. They also have templates for everything. Your sales pages, your opt-ins, webinar signups, whatever it is, they've got a template for it. It'll also help you build sales pages. Remember I was talking about landing pages that you could build it with that software a couple minutes ago? You can build it in Kartra. It's really easy to do. And they have samples of all those for you. They also, if you want to do courses, that's built into Kartra too. So you can have a whole bunch of different courses in there. You can make money off courses. You need to do a sales funnel where it bumps over to one page, then the next page, the next page, the next page. You can put those in there. You can do that. Remember the software I told you that did the analytics, and it would tell you what's going on with your funnels, with your sales pages? This is built into Kartra. It has analytics in it too. Now, let's say I want to just do a broadcast and send out an email. That's built into Kartra also. You can do broadcast. In addition to that, let's say you have products that you're selling in there. It has an affiliate marketplace, and you can offer those products to other people for them to promote those products, and you can make money on your affiliate marketing too. In addition to that, let's say you're an agency, and let's say you want to build some sales funnels and you want to build all these things for other people. You can build it in Kartra, give them a login to look at just their account, and you can run your agency through Kartra. It's amazing because a lot of these things have been added since I started, and they haven't charged more, which is great. Now, when you're sending emails, I think every single platform out there is going to limit you. They're going to say, well, you hit this many emails, we're going to charge you this many emails, we're going to charge you this. If you hit this many emails, we're going to charge you even more. There's no limit in Kartra. You can send out as many emails as you want, unlimited emails. Now, I don't know, maybe if you send out 1 billion or something that come knocking on your door, but Kartra it's the only thing they charge you for in Kartra is the number of emails you have in there, not how many you send out, if that makes sense. Okay. So just email addresses is all they're charging you for. You can do split test in there. I talked about a split test in one of these other softwares just a minute ago, but this is built into Kartra. You can do your own split test. You can say, hey, once 70% of the people, click on this page and only 30% click here, switch everything over to the 70% page. It'll automatically do it for you. You can do it manually if you want. It also has help desk in there. So, people could send you a ticket and it goes to the help desk, and then I get an email. I know there's a ticket. I can go in there and answer it. It is it's probably the most valuable software that I use to do anything. And I use a lot of different softwares. I really do. But this one, Kartra, I didn't put it on the screen. Let me put it up there. Kartra is one of the best. Now, if you want to get it and you want to try it out and you're not sure yet, use my link in the description, because you can get a 14-day either free trial or $1. I can't remember what it is, but there's a link in the description. Use that link and you can go in there and play around with it for a couple of weeks and see if you actually like it. 2 weeks, you'll know. 2 weeks, you'll know. And I tell you what, I'd say 99% of the people that need software like that, I recommend this to them, they end up getting Kartra. It is really an amazing piece of software. And if you're trying to be a digital marketer and you want something that encompasses like a lot of these softwares I've just talked about, just get Kartra. I mean, it costs more than some of these individual ones, but once you've gotten 2 or 3 of these individual ones, you're going to spend a lot more than you would spend at Kartra. And you're still going to need, emails, and you're still going to need sales pages, landing pages, it's just all built in. Why not just go someplace and get something that's all built in? However, if you don't want to, not everybody wants to, this is not 100% everything, you can pick and choose from some of those other softwares. The one thing I would tell you is that to be successful online now, you've got to use some of these softwares, guys. You've got to. You have no choice, or use a similar software to some of these. If you don't have these softwares, you're at a decided disadvantage to everybody else. And if everybody else has got all these softwares and they're automating and they're going faster than you and they're getting more information than you, they're going to beat you. That's how it works. So make sure you check them out. I really appreciate everybody being here today. I know we've got Christmas coming up for some of you, Hanukkah coming up, Kwanzaa coming up. A lot of holidays are hitting right now. This is the time of year where this means more to me than anything. And that's just be kind to other people. Be kind to other people. Let somebody get in front of you, on the interstate. Okay. Let somebody get in front of you in line if they've, got just a couple items in their hands and you got a whole bunch. Let people know that you care. Be kind to other people out there. Paul had a Christmas wish, I think, for everybody. I'll stick this up on the screen. Hope everyone has a blessed holiday and a Merry Christmas to all. Love the presents you deliver weekly, JR. Thank you so much, Paul. I guess these are kind of gifts. If I had some of this in the beginning, I would have made money a lot faster, a lot sooner, and a lot more of it. But this channel is absolutely for you guys. So if you have comments, questions, suggestions, ideas of videos that you want me to do, make sure you put it in that chat section, or make sure you put it in the comment section if you're not watching this live. I understand not everybody watches this live. If you haven't subscribed yet, what you waiting for? Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there. Turn it from red to gray. And don't forget to ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live, or if I upload a video. And something crazy, guys. This is craziness. There's nobody looking. That thumbs up thing means a lot. You can't imagine how much it means. So if you guys would just hit that real quick for me. If you're watching this video, I'm going to pause and let you do that. That was our moment of thumbs up. Did people do it? I hope so. Get down there and hit that thumbs up. That would mean a lot. Guys, I love you very much. I'm not sure if I'm going to be live more this week. I will be here in the first of the year, and I'm going to send you out an email and let you know if I'm going to be live. So make sure you're on my email list. Just to go to jrfisher.com and opt in for anything, and you'll get on my email list. It's, get a free download or a free course or something over there. Matter of fact, there's a free course you can get in the description of this video right here. Once the description goes up, there's a free course down there. Opt in for that, and you get on our list. You'll get these notifications. I don't email you all the time. It's rare. You're not going to get an email every single day from me or anything like that, so don't worry about that. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Love you, and go out and be kind to somebody.